Hello Minecraft fans, in this video I'll be testing Minecraft Redstone machines from the old Redstone Handbook and Minecraft Bedrock edition. Here is a reference if you have never seen it before. The handbook was made in 2014, 10 years ago, for the PC Mac edition, now very well known as Minecraft Java edition. Without any more, let's begin. So the first one here is the Minecart Station, which you can see right here, which is pretty easy to build. I built it before. Not saying if it works or didn't though. So let's get the materials. Now that I've got the materials, we can start building. First off is like an L shape. We'll raise that up a bit, and then we're going to add the T where you can choose if you go left or right. Now we'll build the stairs to get up to it. I'm adding the rails, and then the other non-powered rails. That lever there is so you can switch which way you want to go on the track. So now we'll just quickly do the redstone, and it is done. So as you saw, I flipped the lever, now we go left. And if I were to flip the lever again, after I place the minecart, and then when we press the button, we're going to go right. I would definitely say the Minecart Station works, and I think it could be very useful. So the next one we're going to do is the pulse shortener. It is meant to take a pulse like the lever, which is like a redstone pulse, and make it really short without you having to turn it off and on quickly. This can also be used for buttons, which could be good for many redstone contraptions. So here it is built. As you can see, it does work, but there is actually a better way to build it, which I'll show you right now. So if we build this, it's a lot quicker of a pulse, but I think it's better because look how much more compact, and it fits in a 1x5 area. So I would definitely say the pulse shortener works. Okay, so next up we got the toggle flip-flop or the T flip-flop. The redstone dust is supposed to stay over the redstone, or the redstone block is supposed to stay over the redstone dust and then power it. So this is actually using the same pulse shortener system as the one I showed you before and how to make the better one. So I'm not sure why they decided to make it different. The only difference with this is this has a sticky piston at the end versus the trapdoor. So the sticky piston will push that block of redstone using a 0-tick pulse, and then the idea would be that it stays over the redstone dust and causes it to turn on, which would be your flip-flop. So with it turns a button into like a lever, which can be useful for many things. As you can see here, it doesn't work. That means you're going to have to give it a thumbs down. Next up is clock circuits. What they do is they send a constant signal around that goes on and off, and it makes like a clock where it goes in a circle, as we'll be able to see here. See how it flashes really fast? I mean, it's sped up because it's time lapse, but the idea is that you'll be able to put like a dispenser and it'll be able to shoot pretty fast. So here's the dispenser with the clock circuit here. As you can see, it automatically fires, and it's not like a semi-automatic where you have to push every time for like one press is one fire. Here's a better version of it that's like way faster. Make sure it's on subtracting mode, and then look how fast. This is not sped up or anything. Like, this is real time. You can actually slow it down and still have it controlled. If you got to put a second one here, but then now you can see it works. So my plan here is to hook up a dispenser so you'll be able to see its slower fire rate. Because it doesn't always work with the fast one for a dispenser, there must be some sort of cooldown, which I haven't looked too much into. So I'll fill this up and we can watch it fire at the wool, which apparently is flammable. So now it is firing at the wool pretty fast, because look, it just shot 3 wool down. So here's a simpler way to make one with just a piston and 2 observers that face each other. They're detecting each other, and that's how the signal comes out. You can see how fast it gets rid of it. So clock circuits work in Bedrock Edition. Thumbs up. So this one we're going to do next is actually still in the clock circuit category, but it's a repeater clock, so it uses repeaters. So now I'm going to quickly build it here. There's that T flip-flop again. And then now we're done, we're going to load it. So this thing's like a mammoth machine. So hopefully it's going to be fast. Now we're going to build up a wall for it so that when it burns it. I don't know why I keep using wool, but oh my gosh, that's fast. I've never tested this one before. That's so fast. What? Look at that. That's got to be as fast as like a hopper minecart sucking from a chest. Okay, that's so fast that I'm going to show it to you again of how long it takes from, that was a full stack, exactly a full stack. And we're already more than halfway through and almost to the end. This is so fast. This has got to really be one of the fastest there are. I definitely say this one works even better than the last clock circuit, even though they both worked. So the time for that was, I actually calculated it was 13.21 seconds. And that was for the repeater clock. So now we're going to test the observer one, and I'll tell you that time when it's done in a second. Okay, the time for that was 19.55 seconds. A little bit slower, but still pretty fast for the simplicity compared to the other clock. Now we're going to test this one. That is very slow. Oh, I still got the repeaters hooked up. Okay, I'm going to quickly fix that and then reset the time back to 0 seconds, and also put a full stack of fire charges. So this should be faster, but it might not fire all of them because of it being too fast and if there's a dispenser cooldown, which I'm still not sure about. Okay, this looks like it's comparable, and the time is 12.98 seconds. The winner is the comparator clock by just under half a second. The next one we're doing is the Deluxe lighting system. This is still level 1 and it's pretty easy to build. So first I'm going to build a small room for it to be in, which will house the lighting system. Now that I'm done building the house, we can start the system. So first we're going to place this like antler type shaped thing. The top here, I think this is going to be controlling the pistons back and forth. So now we'll place a redstone torch, repeater on both sides. I think, yeah, this has got to be the piston system that like swaps them. So then I've now added the pistons, and now I've made a redstone torch tower from the button inside here, which I've now added. So let's test it. Okay, that worked. Let's try it again. Ooh, good. It works. That's really cool, actually. I mean, I don't really see that much use because who would really want to make a room go dark, but it works. So let's move on. So the next one we're going to build is the classic Jeb Door. It's a level 2 difficulty, so it's getting a little bit harder to build, but I find it pretty easy, and it's a really cool design. It's really cool to see it when the pistons come together to close the gap completely and make it look like there's nothing there. So now it's built. Let's test it. Looks like the top kind of works because you can see that piston's messed up. I mean, it kind of fixes itself, but it's not consistent, and the bottom doesn't work. The reason it doesn't work though is because of quasi-connectivity, which is a Java only thing. I don't completely understand it as I don't play Java too often, but we're going to have to give this one a thumbs down. It doesn't work for Bedrock Edition, although there are some tutorials that do work for it. The next one is the lava pit trap. This one is where you open a trap chest and hypothetically you'd fall down into a pit full of lava, or a really, really deep pit. But since we're on a flat world here that only has like 4 levels, we're going to make it into lava. And we're also going to build it off the ground so that way we can go that way. Or dig almost. So I built this. We're going to actually take off the top here so I can place the pistons down, which will have to go on a row of blue wool. So now I'm going to do this on the other side, and then we're going to hook up some redstone wiring at the back, or on top of them actually here, with redstone dust. These will power the pistons and cause them to retract and go out. So now we're adding what will be the flooring because it's going to come in, and we're covering the redstone torches, and now we just got to hook them up after I put some walls so that they will activate. It'll stay activated when it's not open, the chest. So I'm going to do that on both sides here. Oh, that's a torch. I got to replace that for redstone dust. So you can see, so far it works. So now we're gonna close the roof. Okay, so I've closed the roof here to make it a tunnel, and you'll see why. So I mean, because of the length, you can just open it from here and not die. Right now I'm not flying, so I could fall in. Right, you can see how it just crouched. The other way to like cheat the system is go to the very front of it and stay on this pixel, and you don't fall in. So I mean, if someone knows it's a trap, but we're gonna improve it and make it better. So right now I'm just building it as I'm recording the video. Like, I haven't designed this beforehand, but I have in the past done something similar. So there will be a change in a sec. So as you can see, we placed that, so that's gonna like push you off. So it doesn't actually defend against the, if you were to go very to the far end of it and do it, but it would affect you if you are going to try to stand on that close pixel there and steal the loot. So now we're just gonna connect it to the piston so that when you open the chest, it's actually gonna fire out. So it looks like pistons aren't transparent blocks, which I thought they would be. So it doesn't look like the pistons are firing, which is not good, because I mean, someone could steal our treasure. So I'm going to be checking that out here and fixing it. So the actual issue here is we need a repeater, because it's giving out a weak signal, so that way it will take that signal and amplify it. So it just wasn't reaching. Because now, hypothetically, it should work. There we go. See how it pushed us into the lava? And now we're trapped. I would definitely say this one works, so we're going to give it a thumbs up, and it works. So the next one, I got these pictures from the updated handbook, but so the colors and the mechanics are a little bit off, but this is the dual shot cannon, which is supposed to launch 2 pieces of TNT pretty far and blow up something. The new one, you can like choose the range. So I have the old book, so I'm just gonna build the old one, because I'm not building it off the pictures. Those are just for digital reference for you guys. So the water here will push that TNT forward. Now we're gonna fill all the dispensers with TNT. When we push it, see, it's gonna fire that's like 4 pieces. I mean, it definitely fired a bunch of TNT, but I don't think it was supposed to do that, because it shouldn't be blowing up itself. So this one is thumbs down, definitely doesn't work. So this next one is called the Supercharged Fire Arrow Launcher. Apparently it's a difficult 3 out of 3, which I find kind of appropriate, but I would say it should be more 2. Like, the Jeb Door was definitely not a 2. It was very easy to build. So now I've got the stuff built, and it's filled with arrows, and I got my piston wall, and as you can see, it only fired 1 arrow, so it does not work. The reason though it doesn't work is because of a Java mechanic right there, that because it's supposed to give a 0-tick pulse, it's supposed to stay out and not retract, causing a circuit. When I was recording my intro, I found this temple, and I thought it'd be really cool, so I want to show you around it. It's just a normal temple inside, but it's almost entirely floating in the water, except for this small bit on that corner there. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you had a good time. Please like, subscribe, and leave a comment on what I should do next.